fuck with me way back then, girl. How about now? Cause I'm up right now. And you up right now. Oh, yeah. How about now? Cause I'm up right now.
Because we're up right now. Welcome back in. We are finally back up on the win column. 5 points ostensibly off of top 4. Talk to me very nicely today. Indeed, we are back. Hey, 5 goals, and it feels so nice. Hopefully, you are too blessed to be stressed. Welcome to the channel. As you know, I'm Jacob. Welcome to United Spurs of America. Usually my therapy kangaroo as of late, but today is my victory kangaroo because you know what's looking real nice? And I ain't talking about this kangaroo, and I ain't talking about the weather. I'm talking about 3 points. We needed that like I needed oxygen to breathe. I had been saying since that draw versus Rangers, not all week, but I've been saying since that draw versus Rangers that anything other than 3 points would be a shambles. And to be quite frankly, I was low on confidence going into the match. If you saw what I said on We Are Tottenham TV on the pre-match pump up, basically, I just thought, like a 2-1, 3-1 win. It was going to be cagey. They were going to sit back and absorb pressure. And look, things, they got off to a hot start. A hot start indeed. Obviously, after, 10 minutes, 12 minutes? James Maddison had scored. Heung-min Son had scored. And also, I'm going to say this, Jed Spence, for that opening goal within 35 seconds. Wow. Jed Nation, we are up right now. I'm going to be really honest. Because let's be honest. Jed Spence was a player that a lot of people were saying they didn't want him at Tottenham. They didn't see him at Tottenham. They were going to be happy to get 6-7 mil from Genoa in the summer. And then they used Jed Spence to beat the head over Ainge with, to say, oh, well, he's ruining Jed and he's doing this to Jed. He didn't pick him in the Europa League, which I think is a shambles, not picking him in the Europa League. But I wanted to start with Jed for a very particular reason, because what Ainge said about Timo, whether you agree with it, whether you like it, whether you disagree with how he did it, etc., the message was clear for the entire locker room. Step up. Take your chance when it's given, or damn it, we're just going to give it to a child. Because if we're asking children to miss school, to not go to their high school play and play Theodore Roosevelt and Annie Jr., how can we ask them to make that sacrifice when Timo Werner or other senior players were not taking theirs? And some people didn't like the particulars of how Ainge Postecoglou went about calling out, but one way or another, Jed Spence heard the message too, and he seized his opportunity. Because for me, really, he saved that Coventry game in one of the first rounds of the Carabao Cup for us. We were not good for about 80-something minutes, and then he comes onto the pitch and really rescues it for Ainge Postecoglou at that point, I thought. And, the guy was on a mission to prove himself. If you look here at the SofaScore rating, they gave him an 8.1. His official numbers go as such. Here, I'll do this so you can even see it better. 77 minutes played. He played on the right back. That's where he started. That's where he got the assist after the 30-some seconds. Moved to the left back when Destiny got hurt. Eventually, he came out. Archie Gray got moved to the left back. Alfie Dorrington made his Premier League debut. He also gets his legacy number. Just real quick, in case anyone didn't know, Alfie Dorrington, legacy number 889. We're all very proud of you, Alfie. I honestly thought this was James Maddison in the picture on the right. But Alfie Dorrington officially makes his debut finally. Came back from injury, and obviously we're dealing with injuries, so it's been quite the adventure, if you could even say that. But back to Jed Spence. He had 2 clearances, 1 interception, 3 total tackles. He was never dribbled past, not once. 4 out of the 7 ground duels won. 1 out of the 1 aerial duels won. Lost possession 7 times, committed a foul once. 81 touches, 65 out of 6. So he had 3 bad passes out of 65. That is correct, with a 95% completion rate. 1 out of the 1 long balls created. Big chances created. 2 key passes, 2. And he had a shot off target. 1 out of 3 successful dribble attempts. Look, outside of the numbers, I thought Jed Spence was absolutely fantastic. Love to see when a player is stepping up and trying to utilize the opportunity that he gets. And, again, like Fraser Forster, doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Take the opportunity with both your hands. Timo Werner fails to do so. And Ainge made it known that he didn't like that. And now look, James Maddison puts in a hell of a performance. He also gets a brace today. Scored. He looked like he really wanted that hat trick too in the second half. He was really eager and didn't actually get that chance for him. But, you know, that second goal that he took, the first one was fantastic. Beautiful pass from Jed Spence. But the second goal from James Maddison, honestly, the way he stopped and just kind of curled it, it was like a chip shot in golf. It was really something special. So really want to say hats off to James Maddison. Heung-min Son is the next man that I also want to give some recognition to. He had 3 GA on the day. 3 G, and he played 45 minutes. He had 1 goal, 2 assists, and he probably could have had 2, 3 more others. But look, I don't know if I'm going to edit this part out because I'm getting the Wi-Fi signal, and apparently I can't do one fucking upload. And God fucking damn it. Hopefully, excuse me, hopefully the recording is okay. It's been connection a little funky on my end, but I'll keep going here. Talking about Son with his 3 goal contributions. Everyone's saying that Son's done. He's washed. He's this, he's that. I mean, it is Southampton. However, he did take his goal well. He could have had more. I thought he was unlucky to not score 2 or 3, honestly, but set up 2 other goals. So that's officially going to make him in a special category with our club. Now, a lot of people say, oh, he is or he isn't a club legend. Well, one thing you cannot say about Son is that there's anyone at all at Spurs that has more assists than him in the Premier League. So milestone moment, Sonny equals Darren Anderton's all-time Spurs assist record of 67 in the Premier League. So that's 67 Premier League assists. Son now in exclusive company, soon to be all his own once he just gets 1 more assist. So look, I've been saying many times that Tottenham need to get their sack back, and Son is a part of that sack that we need to get back.
I'm going to get my sack back. I'm going to get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
And we got that sack back, at least today, and I'm hoping that it continues because, look, Son has come under a lot of scrutiny as of late, whether he's good enough, whether he's too old now, whether we should replace him, we should sell him, yada, yada, all this and that. Now, I've been harsh and I've been critical of him, and some people have told me to shame on me because of my takes on Son, but I've always said he is our best player, and I simply want him to play as our best player. Now, whether he continues to do that or not will be up to him and will be up to us. But we're going to have a couple really, really tough games coming up, I'll be honest. It's not going to be very easy at all. If you look at our upcoming fixture list in the Premier League, our next opponent is Liverpool. But overall, there you go, is Manchester United at home December 19th. So in 4 days' time, the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup will be played at our home stadium versus Manchester United, and that's gonna be really preceding another weekend of. I'm gonna be honest. Liverpool have been fantastic in Europe. They've been fantastic in the Premier League, but again, this is a match reaction, so I'm not trying to look too far ahead. However, I bring that up to transition into the discussion of the substitutes and the players that we rotated. As you know, Jed Spence obviously starting. Pedro Porro got some rest, but he did have to enter the pitch in the 28th minute after Destiny got hurt. Some people would say if you played Spence sooner, then you would have never had to do this, relying so much on Destiny. But alas, here we are. We can only deal with the hands that were dealt, and I thought Jed Spence handled both sides of the pitch very, very nice. So as you can see, we were up 4-0 after 25 minutes with Pop Matisar scoring that 4th goal. And then at that point, Destiny got hurt, so we subbed him out. I found it very interesting because their manager actually left the touchline area and he went to the locker room before halftime was even concluded, and James Maddison scored the 5th. So he went into the locker room at 4-0, and his players returned to the locker room when it was actually 5-0. And then obviously Son got hooked at halftime, going to rest him. Hopefully he's going to be ready to go for that United game because, again, I think we need to go full strength against United. I need this Carabao Cup more than I need a Premier League result versus Liverpool. I'll be so honest, because Liverpool look like they're going to go on to compete with Chelsea for the top of the table. That's not our race that we're running. Now, I know some people say that's not a very good fan of me to rule us out of the Premier League, but with this win today, we are now officially 5 points above, or 5 points below top 4, rather. So Forest in 4th with 28 points. We are sitting at 23 points. I'll go ahead and make that just a little bit larger for you to see there. Manchester City sit on 5th with 27 points. So essentially, we could get up. You win versus Liverpool, you never know what can happen. But look, I don't even want to think about that yet because I'm more focused on today, enjoying 5 goals to the 0. Look at that, 598 passes. I just saw that. We almost completed 600 passes. That is insane. We had 5 corners to their 2. 58% possession compared to their 42 over the first 2 halves. But the first half was 66 possession and 52% in the second half. So, look, I think overall we did what we were supposed to do. And God dang it, it feels good to finally actually do that. Because so many times we fail, like Deji says, we fail to get it up.
I remember that.
We struggle to get it up.
Struggle to get it up. The direct quote is, we struggle to get it up. But we did not struggle to get it up today. Dan Kulusevski was not required to be our best player on the day, but alas, we still got usually if he's not our best player on the day, we fail to get 3 points, and we got all 3 points today. Now, speaking of Kulusevski, I found it very interesting. There was a little song you might have heard going on in the Tottenham from the Tottenham Hotspur away crowd, and it was up 5-0 does not matter. Keep your energy known to the ownership, and I like it very much.
Care about is Kulusevski. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care about leaving. He don't care about me. All I care about is Kulusevski.
So you could hear it through the TV, and the first half when they were singing it, I didn't know what they were saying, but it was very clear once Kate, shout out Kate from The Perfect Match, actually told me what it was that they were singing, which was, I don't care about Levy. Levy don't care about me. All I care about is Kulusevski. Come on. I like that. Another a little love tune for Kulusevski. And he deserves it because, again, he's been large in part our best player this entire season, most consistent player. But look, I could go on and on. I don't have too much time. I have to go to work later. I was going to go live with a match reaction. Instead, I'm doing the upload. We're almost at 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep these to about 15 minutes each whenever I do a pre-record. So, look, I want to know from you your thoughts down below. What did you think of Archie Gray, Radu Dragusin partnership again? This is the second time we've seen them, only they were flipped. Last time it was Archie Gray on the other side, and then they switched today, and I thought they actually looked a little bit better. There were still chances that we afforded them in the first half, 2, I believe, and then there was about 3 or 4 in the second half that we afforded them. Overall, they did not capitalize on any of them. One of them was ruled offside, so I'm fine with that. I don't really know what else there's to say. Lucas Bergvall, he had some really bright moments, some really, really cheeky moments, and then some really immature amateur moments. So I'm still, the jury's still out. He's a very young lad. And lastly, speaking of a few young lads, we had Alfie Dorrington out there. Will Lancashire got to see the pitch. Malichi Hardy, Mason King, and Callum Olusesi, sorry. They all three rather made the bench as well. They didn't make, the last 3 names didn't make the pitch, but you know what? They got to go out there and do a Premier League away day, so that's very nice for them. But look, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I want to know a few things in the comments down below. Tell me, who's your man of the match? What did you think of this? And are we back, yes or no? I need you to check the box yes or check the box no. Are we back up? Because I'll be right on it. I'll be really honest right now. It feels like we
Didn't
up.
really fuck with me way back then, girl. How about now? 'Cause I'm up right now. And you stuck right now.
Oh, aha, indeed. So, folks, fantastic result. I don't know when I'm going to be live next. I'll try and be live as soon as possible. If not, we'll do another one of these uploads. Like I said, I've been working these overnights, and it's been taking the hell out of me. So, I do apologize for the lack of content on a game day, but I do appreciate everyone who did tune into this. If you leave a comment or you don't, if you did watch this all the way through, big up to you and thank you so much. It does mean a lot, your continued support of the channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All 3 of those things are free. They help the channel grow. And big shout out to all the YouTube chat members. You know who you are, you big sexy motherfuckers, all right? But look, got to keep winning. Need more wins. This one's good. We need another one. And if I had to pick between United and Liverpool, which one I want to win more, it's going to be versus United because I want that Carabao Cup more than I want water in my cup. And baby, I am thirsty. So as always, folks, if you haven't liked yet or subscribed, you're probably not going to anyway. Just do what you want, man. The world is your oyster. You could do whatever you want. How about that? So as always, folks, stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And come on, you Spurs.